The important thing here is that while you are doing all these changes, changing the base map, adding new layers, changing the extent, the transparency, you are authoring a web map. And now you can save it. So I'm going to save this map, and I'm going to give it a name, demo, Maca E. And I save the map. This map is going to be saved in my profile in arcgis.com. And at this point, I can share the maps with others, so other people can actually look at my map. But right now, what I want to do is to click Share, okay? When I click Share, you'll notice that I can put my map in Facebook. That's why the map is showing in this page. It was that easy. I clicked on Facebook. I can tweet about my map. I can share this link over instant messenger or through an email so people can access my map. But also, as you can see here, I can copy this little piece of HTML and embed my map into a website. So let's go back to your favorite newspaper. That's the real news, right? And now I'm going to embed the map into this website. To illustrate the concept, I'm going to use a simple HTML editor. So in this screen, you see the real website, what people see. In this screen here, you see the source code. Let me change the source code. So here, I'm going to select this element and say, well, the oil spill is coming, right? So you get the point. I update the source code, and then you see the changes in the website. Scroll down a little bit. Don't use static images for maps, right? Just use an ArcGIS map. I select this image. I'm going to change the HTML, get rid of that, put the bit of text that I copy from ArcGIS online, and that's my map. And if I want to change just slightly the width, I just change that property, and there you go. That's the map. You see that? To you, this may not tell you much. But if you tell a web designer, someone who knows nothing about GIS, but knows about HTML and web pages, this is how you work with GIS? Oh my, I like that. Why? Because they don't need to care about servers and desktops and geographic science, but they understand maps, and they know how easily they can embed their maps here. This helps you reach out, right, to other people through Facebook, through these devices, through web mapping sites, and so on. So that's what we mean by ArcGIS 10 is easier in different aspects, on the server, on the desktop, and so on. But ArcGIS 10 is also more powerful. We have improved editing, and you saw a little bit, actually, of editing. In ArcGIS Desktop, you saw how I was using the templates, remember? But what about that application I used on the web? This one. What is this? Those are the same templates I was using in ArcGIS Desktop. So template editing applies to both the web and your desktop. A very powerful concept, because it makes editing much simpler for people. In ArcGIS Desktop, we have added new extensions so you can do high-quality quality control, like Workflow Manager and Data Reviewer. And of course, you can also edit from mobile devices with templates, just like you saw on the desktop and the web. You can automate map production much more easily now through the use of this programming language called Python, and also through Mapbooks, a completely out-of-the-box toolbar that allows you to create mapbooks. We added hundreds of geoprocessing tools, so you can do more complex analysis. And there are quite interesting tools like the new location allocation network rules that allow you to model service centers in cities, and also apply different rules for logistical problems. ArcGIS provides many new image capabilities, but I'm not going to get into this because we will have a demonstration a bit later. The only point is that imagery is a logical and natural extension of your ArcGIS in 10. 3D analysis has been also greatly enhanced, as well as 3D visualization. ArcGIS 10 can be accessed from anywhere as well. And you kind of saw it already. I don't want to kind of repeat myself. But in addition to iPad, which you saw very briefly, you can access your ArcGIS maps from an iPhone. And we released this week a developer beta for the new Windows phones. It's out there already, you can use it. We are also working on an API and application for Android devices. So you can truly ensure that when you author a map, people will be able to access it, regardless of the device that they have. Let me finish here with a few words about deployments. You use the cloud in many different ways, and let me do a quick summary here before I get into ArcGIS Server. You use the cloud already. When I started the demonstration, the first thing I did was I accessed cloud services from ArcGIS Desktop. Okay? And I did that because many of you don't know that you are actually leveraging the cloud already. As consumer of services, you are consuming cloud services, so you don't have to worry about the data, right? So you use the cloud. Another way to leverage the cloud with ArcGIS is, I'm not a consumer of services, I am a consumer of applications. That was the second demo. We used ArcGIS.com, a completely functional application in the cloud that allows you to share, to create maps, to discover new maps, to edit geographic information. You get that? You don't need to worry about the application. It's running in the cloud, right? The other option is, no, I want to use the cloud not to consume services, not to consume applications, or I should say, in addition to that, I like to use the cloud to use computers. I want to use a computer that is running in the cloud somewhere to run my own applications. You understand that concept? That's what we call a cloud infrastructure. There are computers out there that you can access in the cloud. In fact, all the demonstrations I did today with the services are running in the cloud. All of them. They are running in an ArcGIS server machine, which is running in the Amazon cloud. This is the machine I was using. And that's one of the new things we added in ArcGIS 10, the possibility for you to deploy ArcGIS Server in the cloud. And you can do it in two ways. You can go to the Amazon cloud and purchase or rent computers from that cloud, and then run in those computers the software you licensed from Esri, right? That's what I did. We call that ArcGIS Server on Amazon EC2. The other option is, no, look, I don't even want to even bother about having a different relationship with a hardware provider like Amazon. I want Esri to give me that computer in the cloud already. We can do that too. We call that ArcGIS and Cloud Infrastructure, where you can actually ask Esri to set up a machine in the cloud. So we give you access to that machine which has ArcGIS Server pre-configured. Do you follow? I think it's pretty simple, right? A lot of options. Why these options? Because they are going to allow you to get from idea to fully functional application much easier. Because once you run your applications in the cloud, you don't need to worry about having suddenly 10 times more users on your applications, because in the cloud you can very easily expand ArcGIS Server clusters to satisfy the demand that your applications have. So we have a session, it's called What's New in ArcGIS Server 10, where we will talk about these things in more detail. But I didn't came here just to tell you all these things. As Jack and Chris already said, we came here to listen to what you have to say about our software. So we are in listening mode today. We told you a little bit of the story of ArcGIS 10, but we are really here to listen. And that's what drives our development in Esri, your feedback. So thank you very much for your attention.